holding medium has been manufactured specifically for use with Free Flow and Jo Sonja acrylic, and what it does is it holds the paint and brings it up to the consistency of your regular acrylic, whereas of course your Free Flow, its characteristic is that it's really quite flows lyrically and freely, and Jo Sonja is a lot thinner than your regular acrylic. So here we can see this is light red oxide Free Flow that's been mixed with the holding medium, and this is the Free Flow without anything. This is Jo Sonja's gold that's been mixed with the holding medium, and this is Jo Sonja without it. And after I painted them, I held them up, and that's how much the holding medium is able to create a consistency that like normal acrylic. The reason I would do it, use the Free Flow instead of regular acrylic, is I prefer to use Free Flow in my drawings rather than gouache. If I was to use gouache, I would not be able to place a further wet layer over top of the gouache when I'm drawing, because the gouache would wake up when it was hit with any other wet media. The Free Flow has got a beautiful element in it that makes it dry quite flat and matte like gouache, but because it's acrylic, it actually dries with a stable surface over which I can apply more wet media if I wish. So that's the Free Flow applied with the palette knife on watercolor paper. By the time I add 2 more colors to this, you'll be able to see a beautiful matte finish over which I can draw. You can see the quality of the holding medium. It sits right up. Mix that holding medium into the light red oxide Free Flow. This Free Flow is just gliding over the watercolor paper, and I just want to show how you can also use a sponge and some white. I use holding medium and Free Flow white quite often because I love the chalkiness of it, and I love to stop up and mellow areas of drawings, and I can put this over anything in my drawings. This is prepared now for a drawing, but if I decide later that I want more colour, I can put a glaze over that, I can put a wash over it, and this is going to stay stable and secure. It's not going to wake up and mix with a top layer of a wet medium. Other than preparing papers for drawing, like with this watercolour piece here, I've also used the holding medium and Free Flow to repair a drawing. This was a drawing that was done as a demonstration. It's on watercolor paper. Laid down in the back is a regular acrylic as washes in an abstract pattern, and then over the top I've done the drawing in charcoal and white pastel of the tree. Previous to this, there was a fence, a bit of a path, and more trees, and I decided I didn't want that. I wanted a line of cattle. There's a faint pink that you can see there, and you can see it's very flat, very matte. So I mixed the light red ochre and white with the holding medium, and then painted it everywhere where I wanted that line of cattle, waited for it to dry, and then drew the cattle, and it fits quite well into the rest of the surface because it has dried so gorgeous and flat. So if I want to do a drawing over top of a mixed media piece of paper, this piece of paper has been treated with acrylic and various textures and collage and treatments and techniques, but I've decided that I want to draw a chook. So I have placed white Free Flow with holding medium into a basic shape because I want to be able to draw over it, and the slick surface of the collage and the areas of treatment with the regular acrylic would be too slick. There's no tooth there to hang on to the drawing. what I've done is I've created tooth with the addition of the white free flow and the holding medium. So I can now draw over this. This is a pastel pencil. I can draw with graphite. The graphite particularly goes over the free flow beautifully. All that lovely shadow and that gorgeous chook. You can see how beautifully that's just going over it. And charcoal too. Charcoal loves, look at that, just loves the surface created with free flow and the holding medium. So I can just continue to draw over this area of tooth that I have re-added into this drawing. So that's pastel, charcoal and graphite, which you can see just moves beautifully over the surface of the free flow mixed with the holding medium to create tooth for a drawing. With Joe Sonia is runnier than, or more free flowing than regular acrylic, but thicker than free flow. So you can make your Joe Sonia just as exactly same consistency as your regular acrylic with the addition of your holding medium. And I just want to show you, for example, I have used regular Joe Sonia around the edge of this miniature canvas to sort of finish it off. And it looks quite flat and thin, and actually it took 3 or 4 layers. I just want to show you on this little canvas the difference when you add holding medium to your Joe Sonia, and it does not weaken the strength of the pigment. The pigment still stays intense and strong. What you're affecting is the consistency of the paint. So this is lovely and thick now, so that I will be able to coat the outside of this little canvas with 1 layer, and I'll get really lovely gold trim on the little canvas.